I've had the same nightmare since I was 5 years old. It always starts the same way. A dimly lit, cramped room lined with shelves of stuffed animals. The air feels thick, almost suffocating. Without warning, a lone teddy bear falls from a shelf in front of me. Its innocent eyes seem harmless at first, but then darkness engulfs the room. When the lights flicker back on, the bear is alive, bloodied, with evil, glowing eyes staring directly at me. My heart pounds in my chest, and just as it lunges, I wake up gasping for air. No matter how many years pass, the dream never changes. I never owned a teddy bear, yet the connection to my childhood feels undeniable. Now, at 36, divorced, and trying to be a present father to my 7-year-old son, Danny, I've learned to shove the nightmares aside. That is, until last weekend. When I arrived at my ex-wife's house to pick up Danny, I froze. Danny was walking towards my car, clutching a teddy bear. My heart sank. It was the bear, the same one from my nightmares. The matted tan fur, the black nose. It was unmistakable. "Where did you get that?" I asked, my voice trembling. Danny smiled innocently.
"From the new toy store in the city. Mom let me pick it out."
The rest of the day, I couldn't focus. Danny adored the bear, carrying it everywhere. One afternoon, I made a decision. "Danny," I said, trying to sound casual, "how about we trade that teddy bear for a brand new toy? Something really cool. You could pick whatever you like." Danny hugged the bear tightly, frowning.
"No, Dad. I don't want a new toy. Teddy told me we're friends forever."
The tone of his voice struck me like a cold wind, chilling me to the core. "Teddy told you?" Danny nodded, his voice unnervingly calm.
"Yeah, he talks to me at night. He said you wouldn't understand."
I didn't push further. That night, after Danny had fallen asleep with the bear tucked under his arm, I decided to confront my fears. I grabbed my jacket and headed to the new toy store. When I arrived, the storefront looked eerily disturbing with an unusual bear-like shop sign figure with a glowing belly button looming above the entrance. The store was silent, the kind of silence that presses against your ears and makes your own breathing sound deafening. I wandered through the aisles. Then I saw it, a small door at the back. My stomach turned as I recognized it. This was the door from my nightmare. Against every instinct screaming at me to leave, I stepped through. The cramped room was exactly as I remembered. Dimly lit, lined with dusty shelves of stuffed animals. My chest tightened and my breath grew shallow. At the center of the room sat the bear from my nightmares. Its glassy eyes gleamed unnaturally in the dim light. I froze, unable to move as smoke began to rise from the bear's fur. Before I could react, it lunged as darkness swallowed me whole. When I came to, I was outside the store gasping for air. My hands were shaking and the smell of smoke clung to my clothes. I raced home, desperate to check on Danny. But as I turned onto our street, horror stopped me in my tracks. Flames engulfed my house, roaring into the night sky. "Danny!" I screamed, sprinting toward the inferno. Neighbors were already gathered, calling for help, but I couldn't hear them. All I could see was the silhouette of Danny in his bedroom window, clutching the bear as flames danced around him. And then, just as the fire consumed the roof, Danny turned to look at me. His eyes glowed an unnatural red while holding the teddy bear as the house collapsed into ashes.